that's a new mic, because there's never been a mic that big here before. Yeah, sure. First of all, important weekend. I think I said in here that Thursday was the most important game probably since I've been here. This was probably the most important weekend. Getting back in the mix a little bit with our confidence was really important, and I thought we did that tonight. And I thought we did it. It started Thursday. Finally getting a chance to sweep those guys is important, but more importantly, it was great to do it here at home with a great number of fans. Gary Payton in the house. I mean, it was just a perfect storm, and really happy for my team. They continued to work hard in spite of the tough losses, really tough losses. So now we just got to keep it up and be ready for Sunday. With that, I'll open it up for questions. Don't be bashful.
You went almost entirely with the zone tonight. I mean, do you consider that now your base defense, or was it a matchup with SC?
Well, if you have been watching my team, our base defense is man-to-man, and we've been playing predominantly man-to-man the entire season. The reason why we stayed with the 1-3-1 is because we got like 6 steals in a row and built a lead and just kept doing it because we could keep doing it. We played probably 25% man today and 75% zone, and probably out of that 75%, we probably played 2/3 1-3-1, the other third matchup.
Can you talk about how you brought Gary Payton back? You know, how long you been in contact with him?
Yes. Well, most of you know when I first got here, I thought it was important to reconnect with all of the former players from the past, all the way back as far as Bud Ossie, who might be our oldest, and to guys who just graduated. And Gary was one of those, and I reached out to him, and after about a season, he called back, and we sort of stayed in touch via phone and texting and electronic mail. And then when he got inducted to the Oregon Hall of Fame, which was probably a year ago or maybe even 2 years. Was it 2 years? 2 years ago, he stopped by, and the guys were have an open gym, and he met the guys, and you could tell he was really following what we were doing. So that was, and I'd always invited him to come to games, and he lives in L.A. or Vegas, depending on what he's doing, and he would come to the L.A. games or to the Pac-12 tournament. And I said, Gary, you got to come to a game at Gill. People would love it. And, it's been a long time. And so that was really what precipitated it, and he finally made it here. And just because you guys are seeing him for the first time, he has really, it doesn't mean he hasn't been following the team. He has really been paying attention. And you'd be surprised how many texts I get from him saying, hang in there, or nice game, or whatever, And he stays in touch with Jared and his family. So it was really exciting to have him here, and he came to the shoot around today, and it was fantastic. And I'm sure he got mobbed by the fans. I didn't see it, but he had to have gotten mobbed.
What effect, if any, do you feel like his talk before the game or his presence had on your team tonight?
To be completely honest with you, other than Jared, I think that the staff was more excited about it because we know him as a player and the NBA Hall of Famer and all this. I'm sort of saying that tongue in cheek. The guys on the team know who Gary Payton is, but a lot of them weren't born when he was playing. I mean, these kids were born in the 90s, right? And Gary just started playing in the league in like 91, something like that. So it was I thought it was exciting enough for them, and it was great having a Hall of Famer give them a little pep talk and share with them how confident he was in them. But I think the staff had much more fun with it. I know I did. They come back down with like 6 minutes to go or 10 minutes to go, and I was still shaking from him standing up there talking to them.
What can that do for you from a
Yeah, it's almost immeasurable. I mean, it's when people see the combination of greatness that we have had here, and then they see a bit of a resurgence so far, and they see an exciting brand of basketball. It's terrific for recruiting. I mean, you know, we're you know, I can't talk names, but we're in with kids we'd never be in with if we weren't having the success we're having. And then you can talk about guys like Gary Payton and A.C. Green and Brent Berry and Steve Johnson and Mark Radford, and say all these guys played in the league. You can play in the league too. Helps a lot.
Coach, how much confidence does this weekend give you going into a big Civil War battle here?
Yeah, well, you guys know I think I have the only team where I'm more confident in my team. I think most kids are playing these days think they can do whatever they want to do. I'm hoping that our team really takes these two games and kind of springboards their confidence level. I've been confident with about this team probably since May, when they were doing individual workouts, and it hasn't faltered at all, because I can see the big picture. I see that we are 2, maybe 3 possessions from feeling completely different about our record, and that makes you feel different about yourselves. So I'm hoping that the guys will use this week and just get really pumped up for Sunday.
Are you surprised that that's a team that's tied for first, I believe, in the league right now?
Oregon? No, because I follow the Pac-12, every team, and I know that when you have a team full of seniors or veterans, and they share the ball well, and it looks like they've gotten their issues of guys, coming, going, leaving out of the way. That team was good last year. So it does not surprise me that they're playing well.
Craig, you guys playing well now. How about for
Yep.
a long layoff this week? I mean, does that bother you at all?
No. At this time of year, we could use a little bit of extra rest. So no, that doesn't bother me at all. And I have talked about this probably all season long. Win or lose, 4 overtimes or not, 2 losses away, every single Monday these guys come to work balling. I mean, the one thing I don't have to worry about is effort with this group. So the fact that they're not playing on Thursday and just playing on Sunday, they're going to come in to work Monday straight balling. I don't have to worry about that. We just have to work on the execution and making sure we can guard some guys.
Moreland's progress is very evident. He made a couple of nice passes tonight. Talk about that.
Well, Eric is surprising to everybody because they didn't get to see him last year. He got hurt early, and it just knocked him out for the season. He is continually getting better. There's a lot of stuff he doesn't know, but his sheer will to work harder than other people has gotten him on the court. That's a hard-working kid. Even when he doesn't know what he's doing, where he's going sometimes, he's just out there giving it his all. So I'm really happy for him. I know the team's happy for him. And it just makes us even more you all right there, Lindsay? I have some in my pocket if you run out. He's just the rest of the team is even excited about it. It just gives us another weapon in our toolkit.
After so many close games, how good did it feel to kind of jump on these guys and really never let them back in it?
It always feels good to win. Surprisingly, at halftime, I was not happy with the way we were playing, and we were up 14. So it's really interesting how that works sometimes, because sometimes you can have a lead, and it doesn't feel like you're playing well. I've always said that when you become a good team, you can play poorly and still win games. I thought we played a mediocre first half and a better second half. So from my standpoint, it was really nice not having to worry about losing the lead in the second half. But it's funny, winning by, what did we win by? 19? Just as good as winning by 2. Well, there are some turnovers that are more valuable or more demoralizing to the person it happens to than others. The ones where we can steal the ball right at the top of the zone and get a dunk or a layup or three guys touch the ball and boom, 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 and it's a layup and the crowd goes crazy. We like those better than the ones where the other team just throws it out of bounds and we start from scratch. We, on the other hand, when we're on offense, we try and avoid those kind of interceptions for dunks. I'd rather have the guys take a shot. If you're shooting 50%, don't try and make a crazy pass. I think that was important for us tonight. We got quite a few of those. I mean, we for a while, the points off turnovers, it narrowed toward the end of the game when the game was over. But in the important part of the game, we had a nice big lead, and that's a stat, as you guys know, that we follow a lot. So very important.
Do you think this little break comes at a good time for the players mentally, given the ups and downs?
I don't know. I don't know. I hope it is. I think, though, at this time of the year, it's always nice to get a little extra rest and a little time to work on some things because we're constantly preparing for games. I mean, you play Thursday, Saturday, or Thursday, Sunday, or Friday, Sunday, and you have to give them a day off by rule, then you're always preparing for the next game. So you don't get to work on things that you need to work on for much time. So it'll be nice to spend the week and let guys heal up, work on a few things that we need to work on, rest, get them caught up in their schoolwork. We just started a new quarter. I mean, so I'm hoping we can just take full advantage of this and not have anything negative happen.
What will your schedule the next few days be?
I haven't decided yet. We always give them off Sunday unless we play on Sunday. Then we would give them off Monday. So we'll get back to work on Monday, but it won't be like we have to prepare for a game on Thursday. So, I'll look at the tape, the past couple of tapes, and see what we do, and then I may even give them another day off during the week. But again, I hadn't even really thought about it, but it's just nice to when I know I have a few days to play around with. Even if we have practice and they show up, we can work on something that we're not necessarily needing for Thursday night.
What in particular do you think you guys need to work on at this point?
Well, we're still a work in process defensively. I thought, what I thought by going back to the zone a little bit today, it made our man-to-man better. Our man-to-man was better today than it had been in the past. So that's something for us to look at. I thought that there were some execution issues that you guys would never catch in our offense, but we have, how many assists did we get? We got 18 assists on 30 baskets. That means we're sharing the ball, so it doesn't matter. Our offense is really a framework, so we'll work on some of that stuff. And then the rest of the time, I think the guys just need to heal their bodies up, You just kind of recharge, kind of not like a vacation, but just a day when you go into the office and you don't have a lot to do and you can leave early, that kind of a day.
Craig, will you hit the road at all these next couple days and go look at some prospects?
Oh, absolutely. I hit the road all the time. So any chance I get, I have a really veteran staff, so they can run practice. I'm not too worried about that. But we recruiting's our lifeblood, and it's fun recruiting when you're leading the league in scoring because kids nowadays want to be playing and on a team that can score. So I'll be on the road. Yes.
Any particular reason you're not wearing a suit tonight?
Yes. Now that we are loading up well, you guys love Brandon's questions, I know. As you can tell, Gill Coliseum gets really hot now that we have a crowd. And the last few games, when I get interviewed on TV, I have gotten numerous texts from friends and people saying, dude, you look like somebody poured water all over you. So I needed to cool down a little bit, so I went casual to see how that worked. And this may be the look for the rest of the season in home games. Anybody else? All right, we'll see you. Thanks, Brandon.